I'd like to point out that we have three people here in this lovely room. It'll be fun together, and we can hear each other, but we're actually looking at the Zoom.
Nice. Nice. D&D as it should be, together in person.
That way you can throw a stuffed animal at somebody if they do something rude.
Yeah.
I won't be able to look at my character, or do you want to have both?
Just have both, and then you can push it around.
Okay, and Alex, when it's time your turn for your character to talk, we will need you to unmute, and the same thing for Shauna because we can't hear you very good.
Oh, and then I'll mute then.
Okay.
It'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be logistics, but that's okay. All right. Dun dun dun. Are we ready to start?
Yeah.
All right. We are live. And we are recording. So where we last left our intrepid party, they were preparing to leave their erstwhile campsite, but with some additions, 8 very injured components and 1 very injured orcish ranger had joined our party, and they'd made a decision. Now, the pack up of the camp is very easy. You guys left everything behind in your other camps, except for Cross. So most people don't have anything but what they actively had on them. So it only takes a minute or a few moments for things to get packed up. You see that Big Hell has very little on her as well. She has her weapons, her backpack, but not like bedrolls, no food. Food will be an issue. And Altana looks at the components and looks at the rest of you and says, I think that we're not going to be able to move them very fast unless I find a wagon or something. So I'm going to go see if I can catch up to my cleric party and get us a wagon. I'll be back. And she leaves. Actually, she says, I'll catch up. And she leaves.
Didn't we steal a bunch of shit for them? That's gonna go over well.
Cross kind of. You're gonna have to. Yeah. You're just gonna have to mute yourself, both of you guys. Wait, why is it?
Wait, I'm muted. I don't know why it's still going.
Yeah, they're both muted.
Oh, hold on.
Hello.
That was very formal.
So are you just gonna have to unmute all of that when you want to talk? Or are you just gonna use?
Yeah, I'll use mine too.
There we go. Welcome to my world.
Technical difficulties. Well, I could have brought my cute little cat ones, but no, we're gonna steal axes for they. How's that sound? Sound good? Yes, no.
Does Herculia sound fine?
Sounds good on mine.
Great.
Oh, you are echoing one time.
Rob, you're so in focus.
Yeah, I blurred the background.
I so can't wait for everybody to watch this shit show.
We're the best. Or the more appropriate, you're the worst around. Everyone
That's
thinks
okay.
that you're a clown.
Hey, you know what? We make more money off the YouTube videos anyway, so.
I love having him in the room so he can fully feel the total fuck you.
So wait, we're waiting for her, or we're not?
She said
she'd catch up.
She said she'd catch up. Now you guys can take that however you want. And she bustled off to go get it done, as she is wont to do.
I vote we head south.
Aye.
The component is busy eating the last bits of her beef jerky.
Mhm.
The other components are looking at her with big eyes. Although she did share some, it is never enough when you've been starved for so long.
I'll share more.
Shauna, component, you'll notice that on each of them, they still have their manacles on. They still have a tattoo along the throat manacle that says their number. So you get the feeling that that's basically their identifying name. The fact that your neck manacle's off means that probably nobody knows what your name and number was, unless they memorized it when they saw it. I'm going to quickly describe what the components actively look like. I know I've told you in general terms because it was more about dealing with Big Hal. But now that you have a moment, you guys realize as you're looking at them, the first component is Auntie Mog, a little hobbit. And she is missing her eyes. She's fully blind, and her right hand and her left foot, as well as a few patches of hair and stuff. The second component is a little kobold, the one that was had collapsed in the roadway when Orquídea came up. That component is missing both of its arms and all of its teeth. Goblin, that is missing its hair and one arm. Of the rest of the components, it's the one that seems to be in the best shape. The Minotaur is missing its eyes, its horns, and great big patches of skin. The hairless one. Everybody, roll me a insight check.
17.
He's got a character sheet.
Oh, your insight is +5.
So
That's a 15.
Okay. Everybody who got a 15 or above realizes that it is a bugbear that is missing all of its fur. So it doesn't look like you expect, It's also missing its hands and its tongue. The other three are elves. One of the elves looks like it's a teenager, actually, a very young elf. That one is actually pretty intact so far. It's missing one of its ears, some of its hair, much like Penny. And it's also missing a big swath of skin along its back. At least that's what you can see so far. If you look a little closer, none of the components are really wearing anything but a loose bag, much like Penny was wearing. You might see more damage underneath the clothing. The second elf is an older elf. None of these elves really have very much in the way of like intelligence in their eyes. This elf, it's an older elf. It's fairly disfigured, much like, an inbreeding kind of disfigured. But it is also missing both of its hands and the rest of one of the arms up to the shoulder. But it does have both its feet. The last elf is actually a small child elf. So you may not have even realized it was an elf right away. It's just barely bigger than the Hobbit. That one is actually not missing anything that you can see at the moment. Okay. So what are you going to do? I can hear none of you.
They are still all in chains and everything, right? We're waiting till.
Yes, they're
we get
still
to
all
it.
in chains. And Big Hal made the point last week that the reason that they were all in chains was because they didn't
They wouldn't be able
have
to.
the ability to keep them together, right? The ability to keep them together and keep them moving so they didn't get caught by the miasma. Now, from the the green in their eyes, you get the feeling that maybe they were all caught by the miasma, but they're out of it now. Okay.
Just real quick, they couldn't keep them together because they were trying to wander off.
Well, that was Big Hell's point, was that they could scatter. They were scared. Some of them can't walk as fast as the others, and so they would go on ahead. Several of them, most of them, don't seem to have much in the way of intelligence left, either through torment or inbreeding. And so it would be like putting a little child loose in the forest. So she kept them just chained together because that was easy. Plus, they were moving fast to get away from the explosion in the miasma.
I know that Anti-Mog, I know that Component is holding the one chain that like holds all of them together.
That they're all strung on, yeah.
I'd like to go up to Anti-Mog and see if I can get her collar off.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
I know if all else fails, I can at least carry her. I know I'm strong, but I know a 5 on the die is not strong enough to pull that shit off.
Well, and not only that, as you go to pull it, there is a very loud zzz, and you are hit for, hang on one second. Come on, dice, come out of there. There we go.
Something low.
You take 8 points of damage.
Oof.
From the electrical, the magical limitations that are put on that.
Well, I'm down.
You're down?
What?
Apparently.
Oh my God, like unconscious down?
Yep.
Oh my God. All right, so you see Okelia walk over to the components, to the Hobbit component that she indicated last week was someone she knew. And she goes to try to pull the thing off. And Aramio, you remember you had a little bit of this when you tried to take the component's neck piece off and you just went through it.
Yeah.
But you hear a loud buzz and then you watch as Orkelia crumples to the ground.
Can I do cure wounds?
If you want to.
Yes, please.
Do you have that? Do you still have that spell available?
Excuse me, you're unconscious. You can't say that.
She says,
yeah, I still have it available. I actually haven't cast, I don't think, any spells really.
You did a laying on of hands for 20 points.
Yeah, because we didn't get a full night's sleep with the dragon.
You got a short rest, not a long rest. Yeah. So you don't have your laying on of hands back, but if you haven't cast any spells, you may very well have cure spells.
I do. I'm gonna cast it.
All right. Roll
so
your.
It's 1d8 plus 7. Here's my d8. Okay, this is for you. 6 plus 7. We got 13 back.
All right. So Aramiel gets over and hunkers over where she's collapsed into the dirt there, and you have to touch her, and there you go. All of a sudden,
excuse me.
I'm terribly sorry. Sorry.
We only just met. God.
Yeah, that's the best way. It's close to your heart. I didn't mean for it.
Anti-Mog says, "Dear, I think maybe that's not a good idea. I think that the right person has to do that."
Well, who's the right person?
I have no idea these days, since Miscula is running into walls.
Miscula's running into walls.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get it. I mean, so what I've seen of these chainy things is basically somebody has to hand over the reins, which I hate that. But you know what? Penny over here kind of has the reins. Hey, Penny. Penny.
You look over and you see me like chewing on them, trying to
this is-
break them.
Oh, I thought you were just chewing on them.
No. Tastes
Little
good.
inbred
A
there,
lovely
Penny.
taste of iron. No, I'm trying to like break them. Like
Look, that's not how that works.
I pull out the little chisel that I've been carrying and I like start clinking on it. And then I take a rock and I put the rock on it and I start like trying to smash it.
Okay, to be clear, the chain that Penny's holding is just a loose, it's a long chain that has been run through the chains of their manacles like a
Yeah,
zip line, like they're all on a tug of war.
one
Okay.
chain at a time.
Okay.
I guess I'll just pull that out then, if it's just loose in there. Or is it connected?
Yeah, Big L says, wait a second. You don't understand. If you do that, you're going to have to constantly be herding them back into stuff. You're going to have to carry them. You're going to have to go pull them out of the brush. Are you really sure you want to? Oh, well, I'm looking at you. Of course, you have no idea what you're doing. Cross, you might want to stop this one.
I'm freeing them.
Wait, can you talk now? You actually just say that?
Yeah, she can say some words.
I just wanted to make sure that was like your. So is that your character voice? It's just you. So
Sorry. I'm freeing them.
perfect.
Big Hell looks at her again and chooses not to talk to her. Once again, turns to you, Cross, and says, she's not freeing him. Not until she gets these things off, and we don't have the way to do that. So we're going to have to wait till we get where we're going.
Ramiel, you got pennies off.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Penny also has both of her legs.
What?
Penny also has both of her legs. I'm vehemently against keeping them in chains. However, it might be easier to transport them to a safe place together.
I don't like this.
I mean, I don't either. Not even a little bit. But we will spend the entire day corralling them back into order. If this is how we go, they're gonna want to.
Just turns to the group of chained, injured, destroyed magic beings.
I'm not sure how many of you really understand me, but I promise we will get the chains off as soon as it's safe to do so. But everybody kind of makes a good point about needing to corral you all, and I really hate this, but are you gonna be okay?
No, I don't think we are.
Great.
I mean,
Well,
I
we
don't
know
want to
that
be
Penny-
chained to this slot. They're dragging me back. I mean, I could be doing stuff. I could be helping you.
I mean, Auntie, you're always a wonderful help, but I would like to point out that you also I'm pretty slow right now.
And blind.
That's encapsulated with the slow.
But being blind is not as hard a thing for me as it is for you. I can't tell what you are, you voice over there. But I'll tell you what, I know more about certain things than you do, and I know what I can do. And what I can do is help you if you get these off.
I believe you. I would love to get that thing off you. First of all, it knocked me the hell out. Second, Auntie, you know you only have 1 foot, right?
I do. And I'm fairly certain there's a lot of sticks around here. I can't really see them, but I can hear them.
Okay. I'm jiving what you're putting down. Can we unhook an Auntie, please?
Big Hell
You're
says,
welcome to try like you did last time there, but it's not like we have the proper magic to just remove it. And if you're willing to take the damage and possibly risk dying, then go ahead. Pull off the... Just, it's not as easy, even if we wanted to, as it sounds.
I'm just saying, Aurelian did it before.
I could do it again.
And did he look very worse for wear afterwards? I think he quite did. Aramia, how are you feeling right now, currently?
I mean, I'm all right now. I still have 49 health, so I could try again. And so
What knocked me on my ass that I only had 5 health?
I don't know. So I could try for this one.
Big Hell just pinches
right,
her
like,
eyes.
Hold on, real quick. Is the component still gnawing on her chains?
I thought she was doing the hammering thing.
I'm listening to you guys.
Okay, I had something just in case.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I mean,
She
if you
is,
still had to
however,
do-
listening to you guys and at the same time kind of looking around for a stick, something that's like thick enough and tall enough that a halfling woman could use it.
Okay.
She's not
It-
dumb. She's
look,
just dumb.
I
Oh,
think
there's
we might have
about
enough
100
to get one of them free. Ramiel, if you think you can do it again, it's probably gonna fucking hurt.
It's a lot.
But if you can do it, you'll probably get what was her name again? Keep calling her Auntie.
Auntie Mog.
Mog. All right, I'm not calling her Auntie.
She's everybody's auntie. You will call her auntie.
No.
So I'm.
Look. If we can get that, but we should get on the move. Remember, we do have a green killer mist on our heels.
You can
Hey,
see that
Aurelian,
now.
real quick. If you happen to go down, do you have any healing potions or anything on you that I can just splash in your face? Because our cleric is gone.
Oh no, no! You can see me like getting ready off in the corner, jumping jacks. Let me see.
Got this. Whoa.
Actually,
Power, strength. Just Leslie
I don't-
Nope it.
Yeah.
I don't. I could bless.
Yeah, I think you should bless yourself.
Yeah.
I won't watch.
Just that'll be a blessing up. Yeah, let's do that. Can I bless myself, DM, and then try?
I don't know. Can you?
Well, when you cast Bless, if you look at the what the spell says.
You could bless yourself, and you could also bless two of us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then I mean, why don't I just bless the team? Except for obviously not Cross. I'm gonna bless Orkilia and Component and Penny, because me and
Fine,
Cross.
I'm not fine. Then I'm not gonna try and help. Break some chains. I'll just stand here because fuck you.
Wait,
And how do you really feel about it, though? Like,
How are you helping though? How are you? You were saying you were telling me to do it so that I could help. What were you doing?
he's throwing sass. That's how he's helping.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything in my inventory. No potions. So if I go down, y'all, you're just gonna have to haul my heavy ass around. But I don't think, dude. If they do 49 damage,
Nobody
in one
wants to
fall,
listen to
it's gonna
Cross.
be all right.
Nobody wants. People are just gonna fuck it. Do what you want.
Okay. So I'm gonna bless myself, and right? Does that help? Where's the definition of bless? There it is. Sorry.
I think it's
Somebody
adding
else talk a
1d4.
second? That's cool. For saving throw. Perfect. Yep. Casting bless. And then I'm gonna go over to Auntie Mog and invite them in. Also I'm profusely sweating because this really, really sucked last time.
Yeah.
Um,
Big Hell just is looking at you. Cross, you see that she's like debating something. She's watching Aramiel very carefully. And somewhere in there, she makes a decision and then just sits back and lets this happen. All right.
Nefarious.
Aramiel, you go up to the hobbit.
Yep.
All
And I go
right.
to remove the chain. The chain is around his neck, right? Her neck.
Well, she just like with the other component, there's one around one of the wrists because one of them, the hand is missing, and the neck.
Right. I only had to do the neck last time because the wrist was already removed. So am I gonna have to roll for both the neck and the wrist?
Yes, you will. Okay, roll me a strength check.
All right, that's my strong suit, pun intended. I got a 6 plus 8 plus my saving. 1. Thank you. Bless. I would have died. Plus 3. All right, 6, 9, and a 17.
Okay. The metal itself is not very hard because it doesn't have to be. It's still metal, but it's not like the hardest iron ever. So it does start to give with this first one, but you don't get it all the way off. And you do take 11 points of damage. It is very shocking damage. And it is mostly off, but not all the way off. So it's going to have to be done again.
11 damage. I'm at 38, y'all. All right, so I'm going to roll again. Strength check. Be with me. Much, much better. 19 plus 2, 21. I got 29.
All right. You actually get it fully off. And you only take 6 points of damage this time as it crackles and it shocks you and then it falls away from her neck. And Auntie Mog just sits there frozen for a moment as she feels the air on her neck. And she hasn't
And all
felt
of a
for a
sudden-
long time.
She is in the air and a big ol' hug and spinning around.
While you try to spin around, you start pulling all of the components with her because her arm shackle is still on. So it's like, oh, wait, you're doing this wrong. What the hell? I'll kill ya. Calm down.
One moment, please. Okay. Calm yourself, all right? And I'm like shaking up a bit too because I just took a boatload of damage.
Yes, you did.
So then I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna reach down to the shackle and I'm gonna try to rip that sumbitch up too.
All right, roll me a strength check.
13 plus 3, 16 plus 8. I got me 24.
You easily pull it off this time. You're pissed off now or something, because you see Aramiel. He goes over there, and the first one, he's like, ah! All right, bam, and he gets it off. The second one, he's just like, ah! And it like sticks, and you don't stop. You just keep going, and you get it off, and you take 4 points of damage as it shocks and falls away.
Okay. All right, I'm still alive. 4 damage, down to 28. All right. I look over at Penny and Orkilia, and I go, that was for you.
Thanks, man.
And Auntie Mog is like, who? I haven't been free in a long time. And she starts crying.
If you start crying, then I'm gonna start crying, then we're all gonna start crying.
It's been so terrible. I can't even tell you. I don't want to give you nightmares. But it's been really awful. The fact that most of them can't talk, they take their tongues. They didn't take mine. I don't know why.
I mean, I'm really glad because you give the best advice.
No, I don't, or I would never have been caught in the first place.
I mean,
all right, where's the guy? Where's the one that did this? Yeah, come.
I just pass her over to Aramiel.
Thank you so much. And you're carrying this sniveling, like lumpy, very thin. When you take her body, you feel that she is very, very thin. And she's just crying on you. She's like this big, and she's crying all over you. Thank you so much. Now where's my stick?
Oh, I think Penny was getting her stick. Penny, did you get a stick?
I come over with this stick that I double checked to make sure was absolutely perfect.
You hear that, DM? Double check.
Double check.
I leaned on it. I hit it against a couple things. I tried to bend it with my wimpiness. I chewed on it a little bit.
Pulled some bark off with your teeth.
Yeah,
Penny
make a little
has
sniff.
bark hanging off the side of her mouth now.
I have like splinters
Doesn't-
all over my face and all in my hand.
Big Hell turns to Cross and says, you know, it's going to be a problem. Hope you're ready.
This whole thing's been a problem since I fucking ran into this lot.
And such is life. All right, let's get going. Big Hell stands up and then up and then up as she
Enough
does.
with the reunions, with the crying. Let's get fucking moving.
Yep. You think you see some green over there? She gestures back behind you guys.
I mean, we're always saying green. Hi.
And if anybody turns to look, Cross turns
Yes.
to look.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
And sure enough, probably, I don't know. It's hard to tell through the brush, but maybe 50, 100 feet away, you can see that tinge of green, a light coming through the brambles.
Which direction is it coming from?
It's coming from the east, and you guys
Okay.
are looking to go southwest. Or I'm sorry, it's coming from the west. You're looking to go southeast. All right. Well, I'm taking this lot and we're going. You guys can come with us or not. And Big Hell, Shauna, comes and looms over you. And without any kind of fear or nerves or anything, just reaches down and takes the chain from you.
I'm going to bite her.
Okay, roll to hit. I can't hear
14.
you. 14. You do not. You go to bite her and it's like clink, through her gauntlet. Clink. Doesn't penetrate.
Okay, well, I'm just going to like wrap my one arm around her and my stump around her and like try and wrestle. So she's like got this growth on her.
All right. She rolls a strength check. She has the chain in one hand. She lifts you up under one other arm and says, "Let's be going. I'll survive this, but I don't think you will." And she
If
starts
I'm off the ground, I'm kicking and like
dragging the rest of you towards the south. Now, which means that you're starting to see green light approaching, and it's coming in like two prongs. Like maybe there's two sources of it that are coming this direction. Do you guys follow her? Do you stop her? What do you do?
I'm pretty sure we're all following.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all
Yeah.
going as a yeah.
But I'm definitely going to, as Penny just dangles off of her arm, just kind of go up and be like,
It's okay. None of us like her, but we gotta deal with her. Can we let go? Let go. Let go.
Big Hell, let's go. I mean, she doesn't want to be carrying Penny anyway, but she doesn't let go of the chain. She keeps going.
oh, I thought, I didn't mean for,
For Penny to let go?
yeah, I meant, because she's just like, I'm picturing Penny just like dangling off her arm and her just holding her.
Yep. Okay. Who has Anti-Mog, or are you letting her walk with her walking stick?
If Auntie Mog would like to walk with her walking stick, I will walk with her. Otherwise, she can sling over my shoulder.
Okay. She says, "Well, if things are coming, we might want to hurry up." And she starts walking
Piggy
faster. Makes you think about Yoda. Do you pick her up?
Auntie Mog, do you want to piggyback? Do you want me to carry you? Do you want...
I don't, but I think it might be wise.
Okay, let's go. Piggy.
All right.
Piggy.
So you pick her up and you put her on. She's very light, very thin. You've held her and felt how thin, but it's different when you like pick them up and you have that compression of lifting that like it's like it's a skeleton. There's like no meat there at all, um, which makes maybe you think that food is going to be a fairly necessary thing fairly soon.
And a pub.
Okay, I need a marching order for you guys to be heading south. Big Hell's already headed off with the components, but they are very slow. Um, they're, as they're struggling and stumping and, crawling. Uh, at one point, she reaches down and lifts up the kobold, um, and just kind of pulls the chain a little closer so that the others are closer to her, so she can get that one, and keeps going.
Which one's the slowest?
The slowest was the kobold because it's missing both its arms and its teeth. It was very weak. It had collapsed when you guys first found it.
Mhm.
Other than that, the slowest one would be probably the older elf, who's so kind of
Okay.
misshapen and crippled from
Okay.
inbreeding.
I'm gonna try if I can and like piggyback it. I'm not very strong, but I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm gonna see. Okay, can I see a component do that and go help out?
Okay, and so you're trying to lift up roll me a strength check to get the elf onto your back.
Wish
Wait,
me
me or
luck.
Penny?
The look of pride in Orkelia's face as you try to put the piggyback as one of your own.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, you managed to, it's not really piggyback, but you're doing kind of a fireman's carry a little bit where you've got it kind of wrapped around you and you're dragging it a little bit. So its feet are helping, but it's hanging on to you with, what pieces it's got left. Doesn't seem to really know what else to do, so it's just following orders like they always do. Does anybody else try to pick up a component?
I want to look over across and go, you grab one, I grab one. It'll be faster.
I like it. Cross gives you a dead stare.
Yeah.
Cross.
Unless you
I
want to
kind of
hike.
look at him. Like, what is there left to carry anyway?
Okay.
Bugbear.
The slow ones.
Yeah, the
Okay.
slowest ones are the goblin, the kobold, and the other two elves. So there are four more. The bugbear and the minotaur are missing eyes and hands and things like that, but their feet are intact, so they can move fairly quickly on the chains. They know where they're stumbling, so they're slow, but they're big. They're much bigger than you, so
Well, in
carrying them would
theory,
be, yeah.
in, I'm gonna ask.
In theory, we can put two of those elves, like one on a bugbear, one on the minotaur, and then there's a third elf, right?
Yeah, the elf that Penny's holding.
Okay, so maybe one on the minotaur, because it's got all of its legs and doesn't need to like fall forward on its hands, and then somebody carries the other one.
Okay.
I'm down to carry. Do I
Big
need,
Hell's still going. Says if you guys are going to do something, you need to do it.
Cross is looking at Aramio and is just like, look, you care so much, you fucking pick him up. Look, someone's got to keep an eye out. Someone's got to look down in the forest. Someone's got to be ready in case anything comes out of there. That's what I'm doing. So Cross is bringing up the rear and is keeping a very vigil and, like very, very, very like eyes open, ready for anything coming out of the woods at any time.
That's fair. Just as
Mhm.
long as it doesn't take 3 years to get south. So then I'm gonna go over and pick up one of these little fellows.
Okay, which one?
I don't, is there an elf
Big
left?
Hell has the kobold. There's two elves left and a goblin that
I'm
are
gonna
the
I'm gonna
human size.
pick me up an elf.
Which one? The teenager or the child?
Which one's slower?
Probably the child.
Someone pick me up a child.
All right.
Can the Minotaur understand common?
You don't know.
I'll walk up to the Minotaur and like walking aside.
Hi, I'm Orkelia. Nice to meet you. Real quick, I know you've been through a lot, but you're moving a lot faster than some of the other people, and we've got two who are still a little slow and could use some help. Would you mind if they rode on your back?
The Minotaur has no eyes. It's much like Anti-Mog. His eyes have been removed, so you can't tell if it's looking at you or not. It doesn't verbalize anything but a snort.
I'm gonna tap your back, and if you react negatively, I'm gonna take that as a no. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Tap tap.
Okay, the Minotaur hoofs again, and it shudders. It kind of cringes away from you, like it's afraid you're going to hit it.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Ah! Ah! Ah.
All right, who's the last? What's the last creature on the last bit of chain?
The last creature was the child elf, the smallest elf.
Are you asking
Is it
what's left
still
walking?
walking?
Aramiel just went back there to go pick it up, and it's just looking over his shoulder at you. Cross, roll me a perception check. I can't hear you.
22.
Okay. You weren't looking and stuff, so it's just weird because the light kind of glinted as you guys went through some brush, and you notice that its eyes are hazel. But Aramiel is carrying that one. In front of it is the teenager one. Well, I'm sorry. In front of it is the gnarled, misshapen one that Penny is helping. In front of that is the teenager one, and then the two big ones are actually in the middle, so that they could kind of keep everything moving.
Didn't you say there was a goblin?
There is a goblin that's towards the front
Oh.
by the kobold.
That's the end. Cross.
So Cross is gonna walk up next to Aramiel,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna pull out my sword, and I'm going to shove it into the chain and attempt to break the chain off.
Which chain? And there's the long
The chain
chain.
at the chain, basically separating the child from everybody else.
Okay, so the end of the long chain. All right.
Yes.
Roll me to hit.
$18 plus 9.
All right. I mean, it's just right there. You handily get your sword through the chain. Okay. And roll me your damage. Because you're damaging a piece of metal.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, sweet. 6 plus 7.
Okay. The chain breaks. Snap. You've severed it completely. And the child is now separated. It still has its manacles on, but it is separated from the rest of them now from the length of the chain.
And I'm going to look Aramiel dead in the eyes as seriously as I possibly can, and just, I'll be taking that one.
What? You just why? Why this one?
I'm going to attempt to intimidate him, but more of just like that. I'm really serious. Like, I'm not trying to scare him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to invoke that I am dead serious, but not in a negative kind of way. So I guess would that be persuasion?
Yes, that would be persuasion.
Ooh, 19 plus so 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have to roll me. Unless you want to, you can choose to be persuaded. If you don't want to be persuaded, then you have to roll me an insight check. I think it's insight that goes
Ooh.
off of persuasion.
I want a little bit of insight because I want to know a little bit. So like, I'm not against giving him this thing, but like, I'm also real curious because of how intensely he's looking at me.
Okay, roll
So I'm
insight.
gonna roll, yeah, just to see if I can like understand the look in his eye. At 14 plus 3, I guess 17. Wait, it does bless? It does bless count on these two?
I believe it's every check, so it'd be
No,
plus 1.
sweet. Wait,
I think it's
17.
only for 10 minutes though.
Yeah.
Is it
Depends on
10
how
real
long
minutes or
we've
10
been
minutes in the
going.
game?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Because then it would be a dirty 20 instead of 17.
Okay. Well, 17 is enough to give you something at least. Because it has been probably with breaking chains and everything more than 10 minutes. And picking everybody up, which is why Big Hell is trying to move everybody faster. So what you see in his eyes, what you get is, first of all, you understand that he's very serious about that, but it isn't like how he normally talks to you, which is, kind of, I'm going to cut your throat out in your sleep kind of a thing. It's more about there's something about this that's very important, and that's as much as you get. You can't really understand why. It's just that it's very important.
Okay.
And as you're kind of contemplating, he says something that probably he's never said to you or to anybody, and he just looks at you and he goes, "Please."
I'm gonna absolutely just hand over this child to Alex and then go like, what about that one? And then point at the teenager just to make sure he's not nobody's intense about that one either. But yeah, I'm gonna hand out that one over and then go for the teen because I gotta pick it up.
The instant he hands him over, I literally like wrap him up in the cloak part of my attire and go back to doing what I was doing.
And I just want to give you like a nod, like I don't understand, but it's like there's respect there, like for whatever's going on, whatever intense thing this is about, just like a nod between me and Cross.
Cool.
And you kind of like as I turn around and I look back and you give me that, I kind of just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna roll to see if I actually. All right, I rolled high, so I give him a nod back.
So you noticed. Okay. And with that very strange exchange done, Aramiel goes and picks up the teenage elf. So now all 3 of the elves are being carried, although the child is being carried separately from the chain. Hell. Big Hell reaches over and grabs the goblin and tucks it under another arm. I hope one of the rest of you is willing to fight because my arms are taken now. And keeps moving forward to the south. Aramiel and Cross, you guys both know that the ruins, they're very famous ruins down there. And they're probably a 2-day march from here. They're actually, you're quite a bit further away from them than you were from Miskula City. So it's going to be a little while. Penny? You're hungry. Your stomach hurts. The beef jerky's all gone now. You shared it.
I'm gonna start looking for like nuts or anything that looks edible, and even if it's not and I think it's edible, I'm gonna stick it in my mouth.
Okay. As you're walking, you're thinking, so do you leave the group to go do that, or it's just whatever's close to the where
Just
you're
whatever's
walking.
close to where I'm walking.
Okay.
I'm holding the other elf up, so there's only so much I can do.
Yeah, and stuff. So, Orkilia and Aramiel, since your focus is on the components right now, you might notice that Penny is like watching the sides of the road and her feet very carefully. And at one point, she picks up something that's like a little round, hard thing, and then tries to eat it, and then spits it out because it's a rock. So.
And you see her doing that a lot.
It's actually petrified shit. No.
Probably.
You know, protein.
And we're not near a town. We're near 2 Day ruins. Right. So I'm gonna look
Yeah.
over. We got 2 days left. So I'm gonna look
Yep.
over at Cross and say, "You much of a huntsman?" Because we're low on food.
She sees something in the ground and starts like, and you notice that it's a beetle, and she just kind of.
Hey, bug protein's actually really good for you. But gross.
But is it a cicada? Cicada. How do you say that?
Yeah.
Can we still see the green?
You've moved now that everybody's being half carried, you're moving a little faster. It's still not like full marching speed. So normally you guys would be going 30 feet around every 6 seconds if you're moving pretty quickly. And so you're probably going 15, so it's still there, but you are starting to put some distance. Whatever it is that's spreading it's not moving as fast as you guys are.
Is it possible for me to, since it's a small child, is it possible for me to use the cloak to kind of create almost like a Yoda carrying apparatus that I could still use my hands?
Well, it's certainly possible, especially what's your survival skill at?
Pretty high. It's a +6.
Okay. Oh yeah, you've been out here in the wilds long enough. You know that's how you guys do stuff when you're like carrying deer meat that's been butchered that you want to have your hands free and stuff. You do that kind of thing all the time. So yeah, the child, when you're doing that, it's watching you with these very uncomprehending eyes. And as you wrap the cloak around it, it starts to huddle into it, and you get the feeling as it reaches up and it kind of touches your beard. You can feel that its hands are very cold. This is not a warm area. This is a swamp. So, it's just looking at you.
Unknowing to anybody else, he kind of feels a little bit of like or at least if anybody's watching, I'm attempting to hide this. Like,
okay. Is anybody watching him?
The DM knows what I'm thinking about, but he kind of like flinches a little bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Julian is watching.
Okay.
Because he took one of the components, and she doesn't trust him half as far as she could throw him.
I rolled a 7 on my perception.
Okay. Well, Orkilia is the only one that really notices this, is that when the child reaches up and touches his beard, he flinches.
Right. Listen, I was paying attention to him too.
Okay, well, roll me a perception check.
Yep.
I found another beetle.
No, 4. Oh man, nope.
Okay,
7.
Shauna, roll me a survival check. What you're doing is what they call wildcrafting, trying to find food in the wild.
Or is it a constitution save?
Oh, that was for after you find it.
Stop putting shit in your mouth.
Penny, knock it off.
Fucking hell. Survival, you said, for the first one? 7.
Okay. No, you're not getting anything really edible. Not where you guys are walking right now. So
Want me to do the Constitution save?
you do. Oh, wait. There's what looks like a half-dried animal carcass. Maybe a squirrel right there near the thing. God only knows what killed it.
I'm really hungry.
All right. Orkilia and Aramiel, actually mostly Aramiel, is the one who is right there as Penny, who is in front of you, reaches for something off, and you can see kind of almost in slow motion the horrifiedness of her reaching for this decomposed, half-dried, dead
Rotten, gross.
chipmunk or something.
Bleh.
Can I run up and slap that out of her hand? And
You're
just
right
say,
next to her. The chains are not long.
Just say, no, Penny, no. Penny, bad, Penny, death, Penny, no.
She just like looks at you and goes,
Yeah, no, that's
Is it frozen
Can
with
I,
the
like,
food half out of
gently-
her mouth?
Can I like gently go down and be like, please, and then just like kind of pull it away and can I do that? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And the teenage
She gives
elf
you the
that's
biggest
in your
puppy dog
arms,
eyes.
Aramiel, is reaching for it too.
No. I don't have a crossbow. Okay, can I look around and see if there's any living squirrels for Cross to kill?
Listen, everybody, this is getting ridiculous. Okay.
If there's one squirrel,
Have I finished wrapping up the child yet?
Yes, you did. That's pretty
All right.
quick and easy.
He's on my back. I pull out. I get my crossbow out and like, y'all keep fucking moving. I'll find something. And I just off. I walk out into the forest.
Okay.
Well, that solved the problem that I was gonna say. We really gotta hunt something, hopefully big, because this is a big ass party.
He walked
Right.
off with the child on his back as a note.
I don't know how I feel about
He
that.
had wrapped it into like a papoose.
I love how like Penny's distraction totally made it so nobody asked questions.
Yep. She
You're
saved your
welcome.
ass.
Wait, hold on. Did he go off with one of our people? Cross! You leave the child here right now!
I'm
Okay.
already gone. I just like melted into the forest. Unless you want me to roll a stealth check, but
Well, yes. If anybody looking at him or just calling after him while you've got all of the various components here that you're holding on to?
Did I notice the child on his back?
Roll me a perception check. You were kind of distracted by food.
Food is
You know
very
Or the
what?
lack
important.
thereof.
I don't know. I because of our bromance, I'm not going to question.
Okay. Bromance.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, yes, you did notice that. In spite of everything.
Did everyone else stop moving forward?
No, because Big Hell's going in the front and she's continuing to pull the chain.
Okay. I'm gonna pass off the old elf to Aramiel. And then like yeah, so he's like, what the, and then slink off to I'm just following him. I'm not gonna stop him. I'm just gonna follow. Unless she stops me. But I'm trying to do it quickly.
I plan on stealthing.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm gonna try. I just want to see.
See, this is what Big Hell was talking about.
Yeah. Which is exactly what I'm going to bring up. So the second I see you passing off your creature, I'm just going to step a little further and like put my hand on your shoulder and just go,
Listen, Penny, we don't like Cross. We don't trust Cross. There's a lot of shit going on, but there is so many of us. and we need to eat something. We do not have time. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to protect Mog. And that's it. That's what I got. You have to be on board with me here.
Can I go over too and go?
Help.
Good.
We are helping. And as much as I don't like to say it, pretty sure Cross is too.
Oh, God, I've
Help.
been trying to ignore you guys for the last 15, 20 minutes. We've got to move. That's coming too close. Big Hell says as she yanks at the chain. Aramiel, you go, ugh, because yours is the one that's still on the chain, or you're two.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And she's like, now come on, we're going to camp somewhere safe, and then we can deal with this.
All
And
right,
she
that's
starts
fair.
swearing under her breath. Fucking hell, people, they don't have any sense.
I
Brain
Point
cell
at her
amongst
with my
them.
one hand, and I go like right up in her face, and I stand on my tiptoes.
So you're going to
Right.
leave Orkelia and walk to the front of the line?
Yeah, well, it's not that far from me.
Yeah, it's a bugbear, a minotaur, and then she's got the goblin and the kobold at the front. You guys were towards the back.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that far.
Okay.
No.
It's a good thing I'm off doing my own thing at this point.
Like, if
Hell,
I
look.
can, I'm gonna try and reach her nose, and just poke her nose.
Okay,
I'm saying this.
you can't quite reach it. She's 8
No.
feet tall.
Failed spells. Bad. And try and be as intimidating as I could possibly be.
I'm just gonna turn to Anti-Mog, or not turn, but like talk over my shoulder.
Hey, Anti-Mog, could you just like put that stick around my chest and just hold on to it? I pretty sure I have to carry another thing.
And then I'm just gonna walk forward, and while Penny is pointing very intimidatingly up at her, I'm just gonna swoop her up and just like hold her like a baby and look down at her, like trying to hold a cat. that
Like you
doesn't-
did before. Yeah.
Penny, we don't have time. We gotta save everybody we can save, and sometimes that's not everybody. Let's go.
And
Okay.
now I'm leading the track. Now I'm
Okay, so you're going ahead of everybody with Penny and Mog. All right.
And while you're
Cross.
doing that, Penny's just randomly saying a whole bunch of random words, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, discombobulation gets means bad, failure, success, explosion, lightning, like all these different things. It makes no sense, and she's just like.
It's just a lot of, yeah, totally. Nope, you're right. Absolutely. I get you. We can talk about it later.
just like the total mom. Just yeah, you have your temper tantrum, sweetie. You're just,
Okay, and we leave you guys traveling rather more swiftly now in the direction of the south. And we go over to Cross, who is now out in the forest. You can vaguely hear the stuff going on out there. You can't really make it out. What are you doing?
Well, after he's done face palming and just, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. I'm going to, since I know I probably can't carry anything too large by myself, seeing as I also have a child on my back, I'm going to try to find some smaller, like medium-sized game, like possibly like, I know it takes a lot of rabbits because they don't actually have that much on them, but maybe a small deer, like a baby deer, a doe, and or like some smaller game animals, but on the medium size, like badgers, beavers, pretty much anything larger than a rabbit but smaller than like a full-size deer.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
14 plus 6, so a soft 20.
Okay. As you're going, what you see, you hear rustling in the bush, kind of off to the side there, and look over and you rolled high enough. You see what it is. There's a coyote right there. It's kind of following you. Now, normally coyotes don't go for anything as big as an adult, human being, but maybe the child, maybe it's hoping that you'll drop the child or something, or maybe there's something else going on. Maybe it's running from the green too, but you see a coyote.
Almost kind of. Oh, like does he realize like that it might be the child?
Well, Cross understands nature. You can't tell because it's a coyote. It's
I know,
not
but
giving
that
a
would be
lot of big
something that
tells.
might cross his
But
mind as well.
but it could
Dunch.
be a possibility. That's what they do. They separate the small from the pack.
So it was just something that like do a little flavor, something like he's thinking to himself, and he kind of sees it, and he's just like, "Not in your life, buddy." And then I'm gonna position myself and go to shoot the coyote.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Ooh, 19 plus 12.
All right. That is definitely a hit. Roll me your damage.
10 plus 8.
Nice.
All right. You hit it right through the eye and it dies. It crumples immediately. It falls to the ground. And you have a dead coyote off to the side of you.
How heavy is the coyote? Because I feel like I could go for more.
Okay. Well, coyotes are less heavy than deer. They're not as big. It would be like a medium-sized dog.
Okay. Because I just want to know how much I can actually physically carry. So
What's your strength?
I have a +4. So, oh wait, no, sorry, that's the strength save. I have a +3, so I have a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily carry the coyote and the child. More than that, unless it's very small, you could get maybe one or two small things, but that would be it.
Okay. So I could probably like sling the coyote over a shoulder and still operate my weapon.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go for more. So maybe looking for squirrels, rabbits, something small that I could probably even latch to my belt because I still always want to be able to use my hands.
All right. Roll me perception.
6. Good thing I have a high perception. 12.
Okay. You're not seeing anything right now. But what you are seeing is that the green is getting closer, which might be why you're not seeing anything. It could be that they're running from it too, if they know enough. Who knows? Maybe not. You do hear a rustling a little ways away, a rustling that's like behind you.
I'm going to. Is that in the direction of the green?
Behind you, it's the direction of um, the people that you just left.
Okay, I'm gonna stealth just so that I can get a better jump on whatever it is.
Okay.
13 plus 11, so 24.
Okay, you easily stealth. Do you go kind of back to go see what it is?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You move back a little bit, and you don't see anything. It's rustle, 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 rustle. But then what you see is the plants around this one thing. All of the ground level plants in this one little area begin to turn black. And out from under them comes very slowly a rat with the green glow on it.
Um, do I kill it? I'm gonna attempt to just put a bolt in it into the ground so that it can't move, and then just peace.
Okay, book it back or somewhere else.
And since I don't know how they're essentially mindless, so I feel like you always get, since they can't perceive me and I'm from
You always
stealth,
have
is it
advantage.
still- Okay.
Yeah, it's advantage.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, this
I know
is
it's not
what
advantage
you
if
would
you're
call.
not. It's only
Yeah.
because I'm attacking from stealth that happens, correct?
Yeah. Well, and the
Okay.
thing is that for this thing, because it's so mindless, unless you're right in front of it and it's heading towards you, it's still going to be stealth because it doesn't have a brain to tell you, oh,
Okay.
there's something
I
over
just-
there.
Just want to make sure for future events.
Yeah.
An 11 plus, I rolled a 4 and 11, so take the highest. 11 plus 12 is 23.
Okay. Of course, you absolutely hit it and pin it right to the ground, right through this rat. It doesn't squeal. It doesn't make any sound at all. Not like a normal rat at all. It just sits there and keeps its legs keep going like this, like it's still trying to go forward
That's kind
until
of disturbing.
and it slows down as the last little bits of whatever kind of the impetus leave the body, but it is trying to still move forward, but it can't because it's pinned to the ground.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna try to make my way back to finding the party, but on that journey back, I want to keep my eyes open for anything else that I might see along the way.
Okay. What you notice is that it seems that the rat was kind of coming between you and your party. That's why you heard it behind you. And on your way back, you do start to see more evidence of like dead foliage and dead stuff. Now, whether it's from this rat or from something else, you're not sure. You don't see any other animals, but you do see that there is some small pieces of dead stuff coming up.
And also, I didn't ask, but when the rat came out and it had the kind of green tinge to it, did the child on my back do anything? Did he see it? Did he sense it? Was there any reaction, or was it just kind of the same kind of calm the whole time?
Yeah, it wasn't kind of calm because you started being nervous and moving around, to get your bow out and stuff, and with the coyote. So what it did do, clearly it experienced something. It's got the green eyes, or the green glow to those hazel eyes. It buries its head in your back a little bit, like it doesn't want to see. And that's as much as it does.
Cross. If I do sense that kind of afterwards, after the rat's like in the after I shoot it, kind of just he kind of like looks back behind his shoulder and he's just like, "Don't you worry, little one. I'm not gonna let what happened before happen again." And then goes off.
Book it back to the rest of you. Okay. Back to the party where they're moving pretty quickly. With Penny, do you keep kicking the whole time or do you eventually stop?
Oh, I'm kicking the whole time.
Okay, half hour later, she's still kicking.
It's just getting like more wimpy.
Uh-huh. As you're getting actually very tired. Orkelia, you're also getting tired.
Candles
But
out.
I'm carrying two
Dark.
elves.
Okay.
you're getting tired. Big Hell is carrying a goblin and a kobold and a chain tucked under her arm, and it's clear that she's getting frustrated. But then she's been frustrated this whole time, so that's nothing new. After just a short time, it's been probably a good Oh, time passes. A half hour passes, you're kicking. An hour passes. You're kind of tired, Penny. I don't think you can still kick a lot, but you can try. Um,
Wait, it's been an hour. Is Cross back?
not yet.
Hmm.
But then you guys have been moving pretty quickly. Finally, Big Hell stops for a moment. She says, "All right, we need to take a rest. 15-minute break." And without another word to the rest of you, she dumps the two components, not mean, but just drops them onto the ground and sits down and looks back behind you. What you guys see is that the green light that was to the side of you, up where you were, is still kind of to the side of you, but it's receded a little ways. From what you can see, that's actually like bright enough to glow on the horizon. Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
I do not drop my components. I just drop me. Just like
Hanging on
cross-legged.
to.
And Penny jerks awake because she had just like fallen asleep and was like,
Okay, and that's
sorry,
when
go back to sleep. It's fine.
Cross finally catches up to the rest of the camp and enters.
Well, it's about bloody time.
Did you get food?
Looks at Aramiel like "fuck you" and throws down the
coyote.
The coyote.
And then I give him a wink. Thanks, bud.
Cross looks at him extremely confused at his
I ship it.
like kind of just looks at him like no, like with just like look at it, just like no, like you just
wait. Can I persuade him? Can I persuade him to bro love me?
Really about time, and then you're gonna be like, hey.
Yeah, but
No.
it was
Okay.
Don't knock until you try it.
You see, my brain wasn't even there. It was just the fact that he's like, yeah, we're still cool. I'm like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
All right, so Cross enters the camp,
Right.
and instantly he and Aramiel are on each other's nerves as he tosses a coyote down.
And by on
Not-
each other's nerves, you mean flirting shamelessly, right?
It's kind of the same thing,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody roll me a surprise check
A
Oh.
surprise check?
or a perception check
Okay.
for surprise.
Well, perception. I got 15.
Okay.
Oh, the nat 20.
I like your die.
Nice. Are you using Alex's die?
it's a mixture of the dice and the I don't know, just we're just gonna call it the dice.
It's the dice.
Where were you going with that?
He said, "Don't ask questions."
All right.
Oh
Who
my God.
got 16 or higher?
I got 22.
You say 16?
16 or higher, yeah.
No.
Okay, those who got 16 or higher,
18.
Big Hell is with you there. She stands up suddenly and she's like, "What?" And you notice you hear crashing in the brush right before things enter. 3 boars, one of which is very, very large, come rushing terrified into the little place where you've sat in this little clearing. It's clear that they're weren't charging you, but they're very scared, and so they are going to attack. Roll me initiative.
And you didn't actually need to go hunting, did you?
Wait, do I roll initiative even though I'm not? I didn't see it.
Yeah, you're gonna roll initiative
So.
for the next round.
Okay.
Not 20.
Not initiative. Bomber.
You're amazing.
Hey, it's not a critical because it's on initiative, but
It's
still, that means I got a 27.
Oh, I'm at 26.
I got a 16.
Your initiative is 7?
Initiative's 4. How do you get that initiative?
Listen, I'm distracted all the time.
Well, I mean, you did have a kicking component in your arms and a blind hobbit on your back.
You know, 14 was mine,
All right.
but my perception was the nat 20.
Okay, the boar's initiative is 11. Big Hell's is 21.
Does that mean that everybody who didn't roll the perception is surprised?
Yes.
You haven't noticed, Ramiel's surprised a lot.
Okay, so if everybody would give me their initiative.
14.
14 for
16.
Kelia.
16 for Ramiel.
Okay.
27.
26.
Alrighty. So the first ones to go will be cross, then the component. We'll see if we get anything past that. There are 3 boars, one of which is very large. And they are charging right at the group around the components. Kind of in a panic.
Am I in the path of one of them?
No, because you just entered the camp from the back. You were coming back to them after you had left them from the back. So you are you're not in the path of one of them. You are behind one of them. The ones that are in the path are Kilia, Penny, and the components.
How close are they to us?
Well, you guys were you were walking through the trees, so they're probably 10 feet away at the most when they entered the area. It's not a big open area.
Would I be able to make a survival check and see if the other 2 would be distraught if the larger one were to fall first?
You certainly can try, yes.
16 plus 6, 22? Or would that be a nature check?
It would be more of a nature check.
Okay, so 21.
All right. Okay, what you see is that they are very panicked right now. You don't know that that would make any difference either way.
Okay.
Because they're in a panic.
I didn't know if they were following the lead, they might stop, but sure, let's take a since they're in a panic and they're not looking at me, would I get do I have advantage?
I would say probably yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my feat to take a -5 to hit to try to do an extra 10 damage and use my sneak attack
Okay.
on the large one. Does a 17 plus 7 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And then plus 6 and a d10. So 10 plus, wow, I rolled 2 10. So a 10 plus 5 plus 8. So 18 plus 5 is 23. Right? Yeah. So 23 and then plus, I think that's it. So 23 points. Oh yeah, plus the extra 10. So 33.
Okay. That is a lot of damage, but it does not kill it. You do hit it, and it turns its attention to you. Okay. Next is go
At least
figure.
it's not charging at the helpless peoples.
All right, component.
So he just shot one.
Yeah,
How
the big
many
one.
is there?
There were 3. There's 2 others that are still coming at you.
Okay. Which is there one that's closer to me?
They all came through the thing kind of together, but yes, there is one that's closer to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do animal handling to calm it down. I can't do the big one anymore because somebody shot it, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna mention who.
We're hungry.
Sorry.
Did you get a bonus?
Remind me not to save your life the next time.
I wasn't in danger yet.
So it's not animal handling is a feat rather than a spell. What were you casting?
It's not. I'm not casting anything. I'm trying to calm it down. So I was just
Okay.
gonna roll an animal handling check.
All right.
Please God, let this work.
Jurassic Park Chris Pratt.
Yeah. 19 on the dice, so 22.
All right. You do. It looks at you and it starts to slow down, like it's confused. It's not quite, and it's not charging anymore. It slowly slows to a stop and it's shaking its head like it doesn't quite understand what's going on. Okay. All right. And that you both still have a movement. Do you have a movement check? You want to go somewhere or are you staying right there?
Yeah. Can I get in between the other one that's still charging and wherever and its components and stuff? I don't know. I don't think I can do. I can try and I can try to do animal handling on that one because.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have to, Orkilia would have to let you go to do that because you were still being held by her, even though you were sitting on the ground.
She
I
was
thought-
like baby arms. If she jumped out, I'm not like hand
Yeah.
gripping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you could move if you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do that and like put my hands up. It's been a long time since I've dealt with wild animals.
Yeah. So you move out in front of the other components. Is that what you do?
Yeah, like and
Okay.
try and calm the other one down. Be like,
Okay. Well, you can't do that till next round.
yeah, but that's my
But
plan.
you're gonna. Okay. So Penny moves out of your lap, Orkilia, and moves over a few feet to kind of position herself in front of the other charging board to put herself between that and the other components.
And puts her hands up like in a very placating manner.
Okay. Next is Big Hell. Big Hell is thinking dinner. So she'll take a shot at the one that is charging now right at Penny because she doesn't want one to actually. Oh, God, that's a terrible shot. And she misses. So shockingly, she goes to Big
Way
Hell
to
goes to
save me,
shoot
thanks.
the other smaller
Cross is
book.
very like torn between bragging that he's a better shot and then also concerned that she missed when he needed her to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she did a 4 on the dice, and even with that, it's not quite enough. One more point and she would have had it. But yeah, she was just like, what the hell? And now she's pissed. All right, so now we move on to next is Orkilia, and then the boars.
So I was gonna say she whiffed it, but you said that 5 would hit.
Yeah.
Well, because I rolled an 8.
Uh-huh.
So does that hit?
Well, it depends on how much your bonuses are to hit.
No, that was with the bonus.
With the bonuses, no.
Great.
She rolled a 4, but she had like a plus 6.
So Penny runs out of Orkilia's arms and runs in front of a boar. Cross is destroying an animal. She's still got an ant behind her. Like, there's a lot going on. So she goes to like pull her rapier. It gets a little stuck. She like tries to hit a thing. It doesn't work. She's Penny, get out of the road. And if I can rush to like swoop her out of the way.
Okay. You can
that's
rush
gonna
to
happen.
her. To swoop her will depend on if she lets you swoop her or not.
Doop da doop.
Okay. You get
That's
to
a-
her. Since you already did an action, the picking up with the opposing checks is another action, so you'll have to wait till next turn. But you do get to her, so you are now kind of in front of Penny with a boar right at your butt.
Well,
All right.
no.
No,
I'm
that's not where you're
definitely
going.
I'm facing that boar because there's no way
Okay.
Auntie's getting the brunt of boar.
Okay, now are you between Penny and the boar, or are you? Okay. All right, because now it is the boar's turn.
Great.
Wait, I don't get a gun. I don't get a turn.
No, because you were surprised, my friend.
surprised.
Surprised.
Yeah, that's the
man.
problem with it.
This is the surprise
I'm not
round,
even
man.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm not
Yep.
even drunk this time, guys. I don't have.
Okay, so the first boar rushes at you, Cross. Ooh. So it rushes at you and it hit. Where is it? Good God. Okay. It rolls a 21 to hit.
That'll do, pig.
All right.
That'll do.
This giant boar hits you with a tusk and then with another tusk because that's what it does.
Double tusk.
Yep.
It's okay. Cross can take it.
All right. So it does 2d6 plus
Yeah, he
plus
can.
7. Take 15 points of damage.
Okay, that wasn't so bad. So do I like go like what? Describe what happens because I want to.
Okay. The giant boar, which is nearly as tall as you are, it charges you and it hits you with a tusk and then kind of tosses you with its head onto its other tusk. The first tusk impales you, it hurts, but then it throws you onto the other tusk, which you just kind of glance off of, which is why it does so little damage. And you are pushed backwards a little bit. So, but it is right there.
Okay, I would like to make I don't know if it would have happened, but this is in his brain. He would like to make an acrobatics check to make sure that the child on his back is not harmed in any way.
Okay.
So 18 plus 9.
All right. You easily managed to, it's like, and maybe that's why you take that extra point of damage is what you guys, if anybody's paying any attention, sees is that Cross gets hit. He gets hit and gored pretty badly, but he managed to turn just away to where he takes more of the tusk and the child gets none of the tusk. All right. And now the one on Orchilia. Oh my God. Seriously.
Tell me it's just the worst roll.
It's I'm assuming your armor class is better than 7.
It is.
All right. It comes at you and it's like and it strikes at you and it's clearly too panicked and it whiffs. It goes right past you. You feel the breeze as it goes past you.
Great. I'm gonna mock it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right, Blor. You keep on running. You big old pig butt. Oh, we should get that thing right now. We got to eat that thing. Everybody, let's eat the thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna expend one of my bardic inspirations. Roll die, and then anything that creature rolls from that point on subtracts whatever I'm rolling.
Okay.
Was it D6? Frankly, I was expecting to die. So 4. Anything they roll next.
Is with it. Okay, because that's what he rolled to hit this time was 4 without bonuses
Well,
and then
the
added
next
bonuses.
roll,
So next roll, if that
It's
happens
minus
again,
4.
nice. That's actually really nice.
'Cause now we're gonna eat it.
Yep. And now the last boar, which is calmer and it's looking around, it's trying to decide what to do.
Run, little boar, run away.
Okay, Shauna, high or low?
Low.
All right. The boar does not run away because its boar friends are still here. Instead, it's
No.
looking at the other boars and it actually takes a moment to pause and decide what it's going to do. It will take no action this turn. All right.
Okay.
Now we are at Auntie Mog. who says to Orkilia, "What is it, dear?"
So many boars. They're huge.
"Sounds delicious." And she will,
Bacon.
in a very surprising move, vault off your back with her stick. She lands in front of you. You see her pause for a
Auntie Mog's
second
actually a monk.
and looks like this for a minute, like she's trying to get bearings from her ears, and then strikes at the boar with disadvantage. She rolls an 8 and a 1, which is a critical fumble.
So she does this
Everyone's all like
awesome flip
mesmerized
move.
with how she like flips off of her back, about like goes to attack and then just like falls on her face or does or hits Orkilia.
So
Like,
She like
So
swings
funny.
the stick and twirls all the way around.
Okay, so
Everything
Orkilia,
I've ever learned is from her.
Orkilia, I am going to have you roll for the critical fumble. This is our very first time using our new critical fumble tables that I have here. So I need you to roll me percentage dice.
Okay.
See?
85%.
Okay. 85%. You attack wildly and lose track of the fight around you. End your turn and move to the bottom of the initiative order at the start of the next round.
That's literally the best thing that could have happened.
That
Mom.
happened to her.
Oh my god.
Okay, so her
She's just like,
You see this tiny little one-footed hobbit hopping around surprisingly gracefully for 1 foot, waving her little walking stick in the air. "I'm going to kill you and then I'm going to eat you." Very much like what you just said, Orkilia. The relationship becomes very
Everything
clear.
I've learned.
But she misses terribly and ends up falling on her face and getting
reminds
back up
me
and
of
yelling again.
she's like those feisty little old ladies who are like hunchbacked and they're like, "Get off my lawn!"
All right, now we're at the top of the round. Okay, Cross, what do you do?
Oh fuck, that hurt. Shite. Looking at something real quick just to make sure I can actually do this. So, as a so when since I have the scout archetype, I can at 3rd level when I can move up to half my speed as a reaction when an enemy ends its turn within 5 feet of me. So at the end of that last turn, I'm gonna have moved half my feet or half my movement away from the boar after doing the cool whatever acrobatic thing I did to not have the child hit, and then which puts me out of disadvantage range of firing again, and I'm going to take another shot at it.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit?
It does indeed.
Jesus Christ. All right. So.
And this is the giant boar, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And another 10. 18 points of damage.
All right. And it slashes at you, it lunges, and it falls dead at your feet.
Yes.
And then after that, do I see the rest of the battlefield, or can I do I need to make a perception to see what's going on?
I would think that you would probably, because you've been really focused on that and the child and what's going on with you, you will need to take just a moment to go to see what's really going on around you.
Okay. I still have a movement. 17 plus was it 7?
Yeah, you easily see what's going on around you. You see that there is a boar attacking Orkilia, who is standing between it and the component. You see a one-legged hobbit, blind hobbit, jumping around right in front of the boar, waving her stick wildly. You see Aramiel going, "What the hell was all of this?" Uh, and the component kind of reaching out from behind Orkilia, like she's going to try and punch the boar. Big Hell had her crossbow out, and you can see that she's looking really infuriated, but you're not really sure why. Okay.
I'm going to use my movement to get behind the boar that's in front of Orkilia, so that we can pincer move the boar.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So that on in game we know as the better strategy to surround her opponent, but I'm trying to give Orkilia advantage on her next attack.
Yeah, the flanking advantage. All right, now it is.
I'm also pulling out my weapon as I'm running up there. My my short sword.
Your
or
short
my
Why do I have a feeling you're going to shove a sword up its ass?
just skewer it right in front of you.
I mean,
And everybody's going, we can have roast boar, but we don't want.
Spit right afterwards. It's perfect. Already ready.
It's yeah, exactly. It's
We're all ready to go. All right, now it is component's turn.
Unmute myself. Okay. Well, it's too late for me to help this guy. So where the other one is hesitating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave this one too, Orkilia and Cross, and I'm gonna go to the other one, and I'm gonna try and cover it with my body to protect it, and be like, calm.
Okay, roll me an animal handling check.
Squeaky voice, and just hey, she's trying everything that she can, whether it works or not, doesn't matter.
Roll me an animal handling check with disadvantage because you are in combat.
Yeah. If she had more experience with this kind of thing, she would know better, but all right. And then disadvantage. Come on. Disadvantage. Poop. She got an 8.
Okay.
Freaking disadvantage.
It fails. It fails. You're like,
it would have been.
It'll be okay. Run, little one. Let me protect you. And the boar looks at you with its little red piggy eyes, and you can tell that it is not happy that you touched it because it is a wild animal. All right.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Do you move or do you stay right there? It's frozen for a moment as you're going. It's going. What? Something touched me? But you don't think it's going to stay that way for very long.
What else can I do?
You can move.
But I moved to get there, so I can finish my movement.
Yeah, you could finish your move because you only moved 10 feet to get there.
Okay. I'm going to assume that I might get attacked in a moment. But if I move, there's a bunch of weaklings behind me. So I will stay here, and I'll keep trying to pacify it, but I will also be more prepared to kind of move.
Okay, so you take kind of a defensive stance as you're staying right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Next is Big Hell's action, and she's swearing, fucking hell, stupid fucking thing. I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you first. All right. And she fires her crossbow at which one? Okay, at the one that the component is trying to pacify. Orkilia, Big Hell, what she sees is, that an elf, which is worth a lot of money, is going to get skewered here in just a second. She does actually manage to hit this time. A nice solid thunk, nothing fancy, but, that's a good hit.
It's more effective than what I've been doing.
And she does 12 points of damage. The boar is still up, but only barely. It staggers, and it's looking at you, and you see that it's actually bleeding out of its mouth now, Shauna. It's like bleeding out of its mouth. It's hunching over like it's in a lot of pain, but it's
I feel like Princess Mononoke.
now there's a very sad movie.
Can't you feel its pain?
Okay, and next is Aramio. You have 2 living boars, one of which has not been injured, one of which is very injured.
Yep.
One of which is attacking Orkilia, one of which is going to probably attack the component.
Can I go over and protect Penny?
Okay.
Save the world.
That is our motto.
Yeah,
okay, roll to hit.
All right, I got it's with strength, right?
Mhm.
No,
It should be there should be a 2 hit on your
that's a hit.
character sheet.
I
Okay.
don't know what that is.
But it is strength.
Where is the hit? Oh, I got
If you're
11
using-
plus 8, I believe.
Okay.
It should be right next to your weapon when you under actions.
Yeah.
That says hit DC.
Yeah.
11. Yeah, it says plus 11, and I rolled an 11.
All right. So 22. You hit it very nicely. Roll your damage.
I already pre-rolled that one. Got 2 plus 9. So I got 11.
11. All right. That kills it.
Woo!
Penny, the boar that was right there looking at you, it staggers, the blood comes out. It looks you right in the eye. And you feel a certain kinship as it falls to its
no.
death.
Oh.
As Aramio comes
Hi,
back,
Tyler.
lops his head off.
It like gives her these eyes, and then the head just like slides off.
Yep.
She stands there with her hands like this, going,
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Tell
now
me.
Orkilia, it is your turn. There's that one
Right.
that's looking right at you.
Now that I don't have an anti-mog or a penny, now I'm able to like get the rapier out of my
There you go.
and I just kind of stab at it, and the aim is to like get it through its open mouth and like try to go up. It's 21 to hit, but it's only 5 damage, so I imagine it like goes in and then gets kind of stuck. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's
doesn't
like
do a
that
lot of
hard.
damage.
Yeah, it does. It does indeed hit, and it's like
Shit.
you have to yank to pull it back out again a little bit, but you
Yep.
can. Do you do a movement action? And it was 5 damage, you said?
5 damage, and no, because I imagine if it runs away from me, I get an opportunity to attack.
Okay.
And also,
Oh.
it still takes -4 if it tries to attack me.
Yep. All right. And last but not least, or second to last, is the boar, the one surviving boar, which is now enraged because it's been hurt so much, but not enough to slow it down. It's like mad, and it's scared, so it's kind of panicked, not thinking clear. It rolls a 19 on the dice, so that would be a +3. So does a 22 hit?
-4.
Oh, -4. So it'd be an 18.
Still hits.
Still hits.
Less.
But less. All right.
Let me just double check something real quick. I'm pretty sure it's that. But...
For this one is the regular size boar. So it does 4 points of damage.
So just real quick, it says subtract the number from the creature's roll, but it doesn't specify if it's the attack roll or the damage roll.
Mm-hmm.
It just says roll.
I would assume
subtract the number from the
attack
creature's roll.
because it's an emotional thing where you've
Oh,
pissed
kind
it
of
off
is.
enough or whatever. So I would assume it was attack.
Okay.
Because that's the part where an emotional reaction would actually affect it.
That makes sense. So 4 damage.
I'll suck at you, my bacon
Yeah.
sandwich.
And it's good it didn't have to charge you, because if it had charged you and gotten that last time, it would have been bad.
We're in a
Alrighty.
war.
And now It is Auntie Mog's turn. I'm gonna take you down. I haven't done this. She is cackling in glee at the ability to actually fight. Oh my God! She rolled an 18.
I'll do that next time.
So Auntie Mog hits it.
Woo! Sorry, I'm not.
Everyone looks very, very surprised.
Yes, they do.
Except Orkelia. Who knew
And
she-
she's going to actually use Flurry of Blows.
She is a monk.
Mhm.
I love everybody in this room just went, she is a monk.
I'm so
There's a
glad
reason
I
that
made
she
sure I
survived
grabbed
so long.
the best stick ever, and I chewed on it to make sure.
Okay. Oh, so she gets to do one more. The third one missed, but she hits it twice for a whole whopping 5 points of damage.
Who is that to?
That was to the one surviving boar, which
Oh.
is still alive, but only barely. All right. And she's just chortling from her tiny little self as she's hopping around. She looks like Yoda, hopping on one foot with her little stick, which she's holding in one hand. And she's just like flailing it. It's like pretty amazing. It's like, whoosh, whoosh,
That's my auntie.
and she's like, because she's having fun, apparently. All right. And now we are at the top of the round. Cross, what do you do?
Cross her off with the rapier, just right, like exactly what I said. What we were gonna do. Just attempts to shove it just right straight through it,
Right up its ass?
from ass to nose. Just
Okay. What was your to hit?
well, I have advantage, so does an 18 hit? 9 plus 9.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, your damage?
All right, and I get my sneak attack damage too. So
Oh my God. And flank. I don't know if that.
no, it's just it allows me to have advantage and get the sneak attack. So 10 plus 16.
Okay. Cross from behind it, rams his sword up its ass, with teeth gritted, and the boar squeals as much as it can around the rapier that's rammed into its mouth, and slowly, it begins to tip, and you guys have to either let it fall or hold it up with both of your rapiers. Nicely spitted, actually.
I think it's funny because all Orkelia sees is the blade, is like the tip of the blade kind of come out the mouth.
It's like,
It's that exact.
nice.
Orkelia's gonna pull out her rapier, look around the boar, and just go,
Bringing home the bacon. All right. You're gonna want to wash that.
I have nothing
It
to
is.
say.
It is very disgusting. Big Hill says,
I just kind of give her the look of like,
Oh man, what a shit sword.
okay, everybody roll me a perception check.
here comes
As you're
Mama
laughing at the
Boar.
end of
13.
16.
14. I'm still traumatized, crying over my friend's boy that wasn't really my
that's
friend,
now dead. Yeah.
and was probably going to hurt me very badly.
I'm sorry, Penny. I'm sorry.
That's a 12.
Okay.
She's, again, very distracted.
You're both all looking at the boar that just fell with Cross's sword up its ass. And some of you are laughing, some of you are crying. But then Big Hell says, oh, shit. You look where she's looking, she gestures, and the underbrush, just like 10 feet from you, is beginning to die. You can't see what's doing it yet because it's clearly something small, but it is beginning to die.
How heavy is the smallest boar?
We have it. I mean,
Boars-
we currently have it on a spit. We could just hoof it.
Yeah, so there are 3 boars. The giant boar is, they don't tell you, but it is nearly as big as a man. It's probably a good ton. It's like a baby elephant. The other 2 boars are more like large pigs, and so there you could probably carry them, but not the big one without cutting it up.
All right, we don't have time.
Can Big House grab the big one?
Hold on. I'm gonna swoop up Mog and Penny and put them on the Minotaur and just go,
Just trust me.
and then grab one of the boars and see if I can carry it over my shoulders.
Okay. Roll me a strength check. I'm assuming that you can absolutely carry a pig, but they are heavy.
Ramiel, grab the other one. Never mind. Grab the person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We still have elves that need to be carried, and there's always the
17.
option that we could like figure out what this thing is and kill it, and not have to run like maniacs. Thoughts, concerns?
The thing is the green fire.
Yeah, but isn't it? There's a creature that's carrying it, so can we like roll for perception or investigation and find
If that's
the creature and
okay.
kill the creature?
That's what a Ramiel does. Ramiel's
What is,
instead of
what-
picking stuff up, starts looking for what it is. Roll me a
How
perception check.
How rare are these boars? Like the ones, like the large one.
The large one is actually pretty rare. The regular ones, you know that they live it periodically around the swamp here and terrorize the villages.
This is
So question, as somebody who does a lot of hunting, even though it's other types of hunting, I feel like I would, or I feel like I may still make a check, but would there be anything valuable worth removing from the large boar, like its tusks or something like that?
Absolutely.
That would make me want to stay for the extra amount of time it would take to do so.
Yes, absolutely. Spells for regular magicians, not even alchemages, do require components. Most spells require components of some sort. And so, yes, you can absolutely sell those things. The skin, the teeth, the eyeballs, blood, different things.
What would be worth the most?
Probably the tongue and the tusks.
Cross literally just lets the other boar fall off his sword and then goes over and starts cutting it up.
Oh, right now, ignoring the thing coming at it? Okay.
Well, I don't know what that thing is yet. I want to see if it's another rat. I'm pretty quick. I can get away.
Okay. So here's
Or you
what.
can just pin it to the ground.
I took down 3 boars. I got.
Yeah, why don't you just pin it to the ground? You have a
Okay.
crossbow.
So what we see here is Orkilia throwing components onto the Minotaur and starting to say, "Move, let's get going." Penny is still crying. Big Hell has grabbed that and is also getting ready to go. Started dragging things like that. Ramiel says and goes to look at what's making the stuff turn black.
And, I got
And
a dirty
Cross is
20.
like money motivated, grabs the boar and starts cutting pieces off of it.
Penny's gonna go and help Cross with the big boar to help try and get the whole thing, because that one boar will feed all of us. So I'm like, trying. I have a boar on my back.
I like how Cross.
But the big one feeds everybody.
Yeah, so Arkelia has a boar on her
Trying to
back
get
as she's
meat
going.
off the boar. Like Cross isn't even trying to get meat off the boar. He's like getting himself some tusks and some.
Okay.
Actually, can I just chop off its head and can I just carry the head?
You could absolutely try that. Yeah.
Do that.
I'm gonna do
Aramiel,
that.
Aramiel, roll me your perception check.
I did. I got a dirty 20.
Okay. You see that what it is a snake that's coming out
Yeah.
from under the thing. It's wrestling under there. It's moving slowly, but it's moving kind of vaguely towards you guys. You could probably avoid it with walking quickly, but it is coming, which means there's probably more things coming,
Mm.
because that's how this seems to work.
Can I look
But
around for like a stick to like pin it to the ground with?
you can, or with for a sword.
Yeah,
Um,
but it'll
then I have to
still
leave it
like
there.
go on. Yeah.
Okay, roll me a perception check. See if you find a stick that's appropriate.
Hey, 18 plus 3, 21.
Okay, yes, you do. There's a stick. Well, in fact, it's one of Penny's sticks that she was yeah, exactly, and it's right there. It's kind
Exactly.
of mildly short. It seems to have like a, you know how the branches make a little cross on some broken sticks, where you can
Yeah,
maybe
it's got a
pin the
crotch.
stick with that.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me an
Perfect.
attack.
Me?
Yep.
Like wait, an attack? Like for
Yeah,
damage
well,
or
yeah, no, to
okay. Okay. All
get it with the
right.
stick.
15. Yeah, 15 plus 11.
Absolutely, you managed to pin it handily. But Big Hell's over there going, guys, you guys are so stupid. It's like you've never seen anything like this in your life. Well, maybe you haven't, but it will kill you. It's not worth it. And she keeps dragging the components out of this area. She's leaving.
As Penny tries to get off the Minotaur, and you can stop me, but like I would like to be like, no, no, stay on the Minotaur. She's got a board. I've got a board. We gotta go.
Thank you, Steve.
Yep.
What?
Penny did this.
How close am I to removing its head?
Oh, you're very I mean, it's one good chop, and you could probably do it. Well, I don't know. It would have to be a really good chop to do it in one blow. So, but you could saw a little bit, and it takes, one good round since it's already dead. It's like a coup de grace.
Okay. Well, since while they were all doing this, how handily do I remove its head?
Roll me to hit.
18.
Okay, you easily just chop it right off. One big blow with every bit of strength and a little bit of worry about that adding to it. You get the head off in one big blow,
All right.
which is
How
quite a
heavy
feat
is
for
the
such a
head?
lard. It's probably a good 150 pounds just for the head.
All right. Well, it's a good thing I have a pretty decent strength. I think I can kind of just, since I don't give a crap about that coyote anymore. I'm kind of just like carrying this thing, like slinging the head on one shoulder.
Okay, you sling the head over on your shoulder. What's your strength?
16 plus, so I have a +3 of strength.
Okay, so it's heavy. I mean, it's 150 pounds with what you're already carrying. You managed to smear blood all over your back and all over the child and the blanket because, I mean, it's still bleeding. And you just went and stuff. So you're coated in blood on the back of you, and it's still dribbling down your back, but you have it.
God damn it.
And that's where we're going to end the game today because it's 4 o'clock.
It's not like he's got to learn sometime. Not everybody once in their life gets covered in blood.
I just really want to look over at Cross and say, "Oh, that's a great look on you."
He's like, that's a great look on you. It's really turning me on.
Oh, jeez.
And Penny's like, hey, I did it to myself too.
Cross once again looks at Aramio like.
It's like, what the hell? Alrighty, I think we can stop the stream if we haven't already. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you. Mwah!
Till next time.
Yes, indeed.